Hey, do you read manhwa? Well, I do. I'm your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and today I'm doing a manhwa tier list. That's right, guys. We're going on to tiermaker.com, and I found this nice little manhwa rank tier list, and I found one that's in English. So this one's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. A lot of the manhwa ranking ones on tier maker have been in like they just have the like Chinese or Korean titles, and it's just really hard to I can remember a lot of the titles, but it's hard to remember a lot of the titles. So let's get into this. We've got God, SSS, SSS, SAB, CD. Uh, yeah, and let's start off with Return of the Shattered Constellation. I think I read this for a while. I'm gonna put it into a B tier because I remember the art being good, but then the story just kind of lost me. Uh, Reincarnation of the Suicidal Battle Gods. I think I've tried reading that one and I didn't like it. Boundless Necromancer. I read a bunch of that one, but I ended up dropping it eventually. I don't remember why. Um, oh God, what is this one? This one is. I feel like I've read. Is this like the Return of the something newbie? I don't remember. I think this one was okay. I could put it in A tier. I think I dropped this one too. Uh, Mount Huasek. This one is god tier. I love this one. This one's gone. Like has had a few seasons already of the manhwa, and it's absolutely amazing. This is a great action comedy. It's never let me down. The pacing's really solid. The chapters have always been solidly long. Even though there's when they make manhwa, they like tend to do breaks and split up seasons, and I've never been dissatisfied uh, with the new seasons because sometimes they'll switch artists for manhwa, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Hoarding in Hell, I don't even remember it. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put it in C. I don't think it was bad, but I don't think it was for me. Star Instructor Master Bach. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is a tough one. So I read this one and I liked it a lot, and then they if I remember correctly, they de-aged the main character. So he was like an old man, and then they like made him young, and then he pretended to be like his own nephew, and that's sort of where the direction of the story went. I did not like that at all. That was really dumb. It ruined the story for me, and I ended up dropping it because of that. Did not like that. A Dragon. I feel like I read a little bit of this one. I'm gonna put it in C tier because I think I dropped it. I believe it was pretty decent. I think it was better than these, so I'm gonna put it up here. Uh, Reign of the Crimson Demon. This one, I don't think that's. I think it's the Crazy Demon. This one is also another god tier manhwa. I highly recommend this one. I think it's supposed to be the reincarnation of the Crazy Demon. I don't remember. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Really funny as well. The main character is kind of like crazy in a way, and like will talk to himself. Like so, he like monologues to himself constantly, and like everyone else is like reacting to it, like how we would react to it. But that's how they do a lot of their narration is through his monologues, and it just works so well story wise, like contextually, it works really well. These two amazing manhwa. I can't express enough how much you should read these. Uh, Damn Reincarnation. Honestly, guys, this one's really good as well. I'm only reason this one's not a god tier is because I believe they've actually dropped this one and they're relaunching with a new artist, and I liked the art. I thought the art was fine. I liked the I think what happens is the manhwas will go on break, and then like an artist so it's usually like an artist and a writer and then maybe like an editor, and when they go on break it's usually one of them that needs a break. That's like they usually agree in unison, and then but maybe one of them is not contractually obligated to stay on break with the rest of them, and then they'll get signed to another project, and so maybe the artist left or the writer left or maybe an editor left or who knows. But they're relaunching this with a new artist, and that's at least what I've heard. And I really liked it though. This was a really good one. I thought it was really fun. I'm really sad they're redoing it. I would just like, I don't know. Sometimes redoing manhwa is not bad. Is this reincarnation of the demon faction? I don't remember. This one's still ongoing. I'm gonna put this one in SSS tier. I'll be honest. This one doesn't disappoint. It's still ongoing. They've kind of done a lot of the stuff that they've already like set out to do, so I don't hate it. But at the same time, some of the chapters can be like some of the direction for it is just a little like where are we going with this? And that's kind of how I feel about it right now. It's not close to being dropped for me yet, but it could get there. But I do like it a lot. It got a lot of good action. It starts off really well, and honestly, I think it's like 100 some chapters at this point, so you're not gonna be worried about like not gonna be worried about like it turning bad for a long, long time. All of these have like a lot of chapters. In fact, all of these have a tremendous amount of chapters. This one, Demon Lord, martial arts, reincarnation, blah blah blah. I'm gonna put it there. I don't think I ever even bothered with that one. In fact, I'm gonna bump these up because I want D tier. D tiers I've never read, so I've never read this one. Ending Maker. I does not look like something I'd be into. I have read this one. Extreme. I can't even read the titles on these, man. Can I zoom in? Oh, there we go. Everyone else is a returnee. This one was okay, and I feel like I dropped it for some reason, so I'm just gonna put it there. Uh, Existence. Man, I feel like I read the first few chapters of this one and I didn't really like it, so I'll put it there. The art was okay. I think it's like about an alien boy or something like that. FFF class Witch Doctor. I've dropped this one, but I didn't hate it, so I'm gonna put it here because I thought it was funny. This one's also pretty funny. Surviving the Game as a Barbarian. This one is ongoing at the moment. This one I really really like. I haven't had any issues with it yet. Um, Man, is it better than these? I look forward to it more than this one at the moment, and Damn Reincarnation is not even ongoing, so I'm just gonna put it to the bottom. In fact, I think it's gonna be up here with this. So I think this is like I like it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is a solid manhwa. I highly recommend it. Heavenly Grand Archives Young Master. I've actually read a bunch of this one. I don't think I might be a few chapters off of up to date. I'll put it in SS because it's pretty good. I don't like some of the parts. It kind of slows down at some parts and it just meanders, but not bad. Not bad at all. Heavenly Demon Instructor. Man, I don't even remember this one. I think I've read this one. I don't remember. I'm going to put it here because I don't remember it too much. Legend of the Asura. I feel like this one didn't have many chapters and it dropped itself. I Grow Stronger by Eating. This one I read a bunch of and I eventually dropped it. It wasn't bad. It was funny. What is this one? I can't even. Infinite Game? I don't remember. I think I've read this one. I'll put it there. I obtained a mythical item. I don't think I liked that one. Revenge of the Iron-Blooded Swordhound. This one was pretty good. I think this one could go up to. I think it's still ongoing. I'll put it here. I think it's not bad. It's kind of meandering at the moment, but there's a lot of really good action up until the point where it's at now. It's kind of like that's the issue with manhwa is that they release them so consistently, and then I feel like they wear themselves down. Moving along, we've got legendary youngest son of the Marquis house. Man, this one is still ongoing as well, and I still think I'm reading it slightly. Uh, I'll put it like right here. I've read a bunch of it, and it's kind of I feel like I would read it over these, and I definitely would read. I would read them in this direction. Um, this one would probably go like that. Is this one fine? This one, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it was okay though. I think it's still ongoing. He's just really OP, and it's just kind of drags at that point. Once the character gets too strong, the story just kind of drags. Muram Login. I feel like I remember reading this one. I think it's like he can like I don't remember. I can't remember if it's the one where he's like an actual like Muram person and he like gets a login account, or if it's the one where he can like log into like the past or something. I don't remember. I'm gonna put it in C because I don't think if I can't remember it, I didn't like it. Heavenly Martial God. I feel like I've read a bunch of this one. I can't remember it though, so I'm gonna put it here because I'd probably put it there. Uh, Chronicle of the Martial God's Return. I feel like this one was pretty good. I think I've read a bunch of this one as well. I don't remember it though. I remember the characters. I don't remember the story too well. The novels extra. This one was actually pretty popular. I think they've rebooted this one or something. I don't remember. This one was fun. This one was fun for a while. I feel like the trope of this one is kind of like wearing me thin. But basically, it's like uh, the main character like reincarnates or gets transported to like a novel world, but like they're like a side character, and then they become OP, and like they kind of become a main character, and that kind of trope is just really popular nowadays, and it's just kind of dragging for me. The Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. This one's actually not bad. I've read a bunch of this. I kind of dropped it though. I'm not gonna lie, but it's very popular. So I'm gonna put it. I'd probably put it like here because I think I've read it about that much. I've read it more than all of these. I can guarantee that. Um, Demon something sword. What does it say? Overpowered sword. I didn't like this one at all. This one was garbage. Player who returns 10,000 years later. This one's pretty good. I'm gonna put this one up here. I think it was that good. Player who can't level up. This one sounds familiar. I don't think it's gotten chapters in a while, so I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it at the end there. The newbie's too strong. I read a bunch of this one, and I'm gonna be honest. It's a little cartoony, a little too uplifting and fun. So it's kind of boring. Um, yeah, and I didn't agree with it. I'll put it there. Maxed out leveling. I think I read this one as well. I'll put it there. Sleeping Rancor. I think this one might be over or like something. I don't remember. I haven't read it in a long time, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so I assume it's just done. I think. Man, this one's got the Korean title. Is this one My Dad's Too Strong or something? I don't remember. I'll put it here because I can't read it. Death of the ending villainous. I feel like I read this one. I'll put it here. In fact, I'll put it like here because I've read it, but I kind of dropped it. The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life. This one is absolutely great. Let's move this one up here. I think I prefer it over this, and I definitely prefer that one over that one. In fact, I could move it here. I'm fine with that. Good one as well. Another reincarnation one. Let's see here. Solo leveling. I've read solo leveling. Solo leveling's over. Solo leveling is, of course, the GOAT. I don't think solo leveling is the best, but solo leveling was peak for a long time. But like some of these are newer than solo leveling, so I think a lot of the issues solo leveling had, solo leveling, like these are like doing better than solo leveling. So I'll put solo leveling here in SS tier. Um, I definitely think I liked Damn Reincarnation more than I like solo leveling, so that's why I'm sad Damn Reincarnation didn't get is like getting a reboot or whatever. I don't know. Solo max level newbie, I dropped this one. SSS class Suicide Hunter, I dropped it as well. It was good, it wasn't bad, but I dropped it. Sword Fanatic Wanders, something the night. I dropped this one as well. Not bad. I didn't. It was not for me. Uh, it was just too. He was too overpowered. Like they just do this thing. Manhwa does this thing where characters get too strong too fast, and then it just makes it so uninteresting. Youngest swords, the Swordmaster's youngest son. I've read this one. I think I've dropped it at the moment, or maybe there's no, just not haven't been chapters for a while. I'll put it here. I'll put it there. I'll put it in B tier because it wasn't bad. In fact, I'll put it up here. I think I've read it more than all of these, definitely. Uh, Talent Swallowing Magician. I feel like I've read this one. I don't remember. I'll put it in C tier. The World After the End. The World After the End is absolutely phenomenal. Uh, yeah, I'll put it there. I've actually haven't read the last couple chapters, but man, it is so good. It goes and it's so confusing, but it's so interesting at the same time. It's like a dude dies. I'm gonna give you some spoilers. He's like a hunter in like a typical like tower like scaling like setting. Like towers appeared in the world. Now we have to clear them, and so we have to go do that. But then he dies and he gets like reincarnated. Not reincarnated, but like reborn. Not even reborn. He gets like sent to another world, and it's just really confusing. No, he clears. It's so weird. But like he basically scales through different forms of reality, and it's really like mind like confusing, like mind warping, and It's weird because he's like trying to like stay true to himself, but like also move forward, and it's really good. Really, really good action. Kind of funny sometimes, but just very like interesting with where it goes directionally. The Hero Returns. I feel like I've read this one. I'm gonna put this one in C because I dropped it. The Live, I've probably dropped it. The tutorial is too hard. I read a bunch of this one. This one wasn't bad. I'll put it in B. Reincarnated of the Crazed Hair. You know what, guys? This one was really, really good. And then like I think it ended, and then they like made they had like a flashback. I don't know if it ended or if they like decided to do like a flashback arc. I couldn't deal with the flashback arc. So like I don't mind flashbacks, but when you're doing a huge like 20 chapter arc of just flashbacks, it was like I don't know. It kind of completed itself, and then they did a flashback to like continue the story. I think, and I don't know. It was confusing. I didn't enjoy it. But the actual the original like the main manhwa, like for the longest, was really really good. In fact, I consider it better than these. It's just they killed it with like the last couple chapters. The tutorial, tower, and advanced player. I've read a bunch of this one as well. Typical, I've come back, and I think that's his sister. I don't look forward to it, so I'll put it there. Youngest, what is this? Youngest sign of the mages. Oh man. I have read a bunch of this one, but I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it here in B tier because it's not bad. And that is this list. There was some here that I think we could have gotten. That's not bad. This is not a bad list. Let's see if we can find a newer list here that has some newer ones, because that one was like kind of mediocre, huh? Doesn't even have like newer stuff. Can I find like something? Here's someone that says I'm reading. Okay, yeah, here's some good ones. A bunch of these have like the not English names, so I can't read them. Okay. So this one's a lot. We'll do this one speed run. Definitely have not read that one. This one was okay. Not read that one. I think I've read that one. I think this is Soul Land, and Soul Land is very popular. Mercenary Enrollment, it's super good. I don't know how they've kept it good by going for so long. I think this is also Soul Land. Maybe that's Soul Land 2. Academy's Genius Swordsman. I'll put that one in A tier because it's pretty good. It's ongoing. Academy's Undercover Professor. This one is good as well. This one's really weird because it's like it starts off really interesting, and then like it kind of devolves into a Van Helsing story, and I didn't really like that. But it's still a really good story nonetheless. Um, I don't think I liked this one. I'll put it there. Transcending Through Regression. I think I've read that one. I'll put it in B. I don't even know what that one is. I think that's Soul Land as well, but I'll put that one there. No. Reincarnation is. Put it there. This is definitely Soul Land. So there's like 5 Soul Lands, so it's hard to remember them all. The Chronicles of the Heavenly Demon. This one was really good. I read this one for a long time. It's a little bit older, but man, it was. I think it might still have chapters coming out. No, I think it's over. I think it's over. No, I think it came back at one point recently, and I don't know. Man, it's so hard. It's so hard when like manhwa take like a break for so long and then they come back. It makes it so hard to catch up. Leveling Up with the Gods. I actually got a poster for this at Anime Expo. This one's definitely pretty good. Kind of has like a bunch of like Olympus and different like types of gods in it, so not bad. Mount Huasek as well. Going up there. This one we could put that one here. I have read whatever. I forget the name. Soul Land. Legend. This one's so good. I think this one's over. In fact, I'm gonna put this one S tier because it was so good. It was so good. Crazy Demon. Yeah, this is the other one. We've already ranked that one. That one's definitely an S tier. Damn Reincarnation. This one's going up. Here we can scale out a little bit here. Demon Faction. Put it in A tier. In fact, Mount Hua can go up here in S tier as well. Return of the Disaster Class. This one's actually really good as well. In fact, I think it's probably like that. I think it's like that. Doctor's Rebirth. This one was not bad. I kind of dropped it. They had like a long break and then they came back and I kind of dropped it then. Oh my goodness. Then I dropped it from that. Um, but it's really good for a long time, and I still think it's good. It's just it's hard when they drop something. It's like you have to go back and read like if it's like a year later, you have to go back and read like 100 chapters, and you just don't want to do that. This one, I forget the name of this one, but it's really good. I'll put it in S tier. It recently came back. I've not read the new season yet. I think I'm like maybe 4 episodes behind on the manhwa, 4 chapters. So don't hate me. Doctor Player was actually pretty fun. I'm gonna put it in B. Dungeon Defense. I read it. I didn't like it. I liked it more than Master Bach though. What is this one called? Oh, that's the. I feel like I've read this one. I think this. I'll put it in B tier. The Greatest Real Estate Developer. People really like this one. He's. I think it's the artist or the writer has another series that's not bad. I'll put it in B tier. Uh, I Am the Fated Villain. Definitely C tier. Barbarian. We can go in A tier. The Heavenly Demon. Can't Live a Normal Life. A tier. Infinite Mage, A tier. Heavenly Mountains, Heavenly Inquisition Sword. This was actually pretty good. I haven't read the new chapters lately from the new season because it also took a break and came back. I didn't like the how the last season ended, and it's just I don't know. It's kind of meandering at the moment, and I didn't like that. I obtained a mythical item. I can go there. Revenge of the Iron Blood. Okay, boom. This one's basically a Harry Potter knockoff. What's it called? Uh, Life of a Magic Academy Mage. I don't know if it's going to come back with more chapters. It's basically Harry Potter knockoff. Not bad. Ranker's Return. I think I've read a part of it. I didn't like it. I think I read this one and I don't remember it. This one I read. This one's actually pretty good. The max level hero has returned. Not bad at all. Pretty funny. I wouldn't say it's S tier, but it's definitely A tier. Um, Modern Man in Murma. This one starts off really funny. He like pulls out a gun or something like that. I didn't. They like hit his dog and he like gets mad. And I didn't keep up with it. Mist, Might, and Mayhem. Oh my god, this one is ongoing right now. This one is definitely A tier, S tier. My bad. Super good. Love the art. The art is amazing. The story is amazing. It's still very early on, and I'm really, really into it. Like, man, so good. Nano Machine. Nano Machine, I think Nano Machine 2 is what's currently going on. Nano Machine as its own is super good as well. Nano Machine's really, really good. It's kind of a weird story. Um, Spoilers. I mean, I'm gonna give you spoilers on chapter one, but like a guy times travel. Basically, a dude's like dying, and then like right before him, someone's like, "Oh, I'm your descendant from the future, and you better expect this." And then they like inject him with nanomachines, and so now he's got like a training nanomachine bot inside his body to help him like learn martial arts better, and he like changes destiny. But then they never really address the time travel stuff ever again. So I don't know if they deal with that in Nanomachine 2. Uh, I also think there's like a sequel to this, and like I don't remember what the sequel was. Novels Extra, we've already gone over this one. It's not bad. I can put it at the top of C. Hard Carry Support. I read a bit of this one. It wasn't bad. Thought it was cute. Over Geared. This one was super good. I kind of dropped it towards the end. I think it's technically ongoing, but I think it's dropped by the creators. So I'll put it in B tier. Reformation of a Deadbeat Noble. This one's super good as well. I could put this one. I could put it at the top of B. I liked it a lot. The only reason it doesn't go higher is because it kind of meanders sometimes. Martial God Regression to level 2. This one's pretty good as well. I could put this one near the top of B as well. Not bad. Definitely better than Doctor Player and Doctor's Rebirth. Definitely. These need to go up as well. Let's see. These are definitely better. Uh, these ones were not so good. Um, I really liked The Greatest Real Estate Developer. It just kind of went on for so long, and it just was like I'm bored. I remember reading this one. I don't remember. I think it's over. I think they like ended. I don't know if they ended or if it just doesn't. It's not going to get more chapters. I liked it, but I'm going to put it in B tier because it's over. Not over, but just hasn't been going on for a long time. Solo leveling, of course, we need to put this one up here in S tier because it is a goat. Uh, Solo max level newbie, B tier. I read it. Standard of Reincarnation. This one's currently going on. It's not bad. It's kind of been losing me in the last couple chapters. Star Embracing Swordsman. This one is actually really good. I don't know if it's an S tier, but it's definitely a high A tier for sure. Superhuman Battlefield. I haven't read the last little bits of the chapter. I don't know if it's over, if it's between seasons at the moment. But it kind of lost me with like towards the last like 10 chapters. I know there's like 10 or 20 chapters I haven't read, but it's really good for a long time. Definitely top of B tier. On almost A tier, almost A tier. Maybe if I finish it, I could move it up to A tier, or I'd have a better opinion. Sword Fanatic, this one I dropped again. Swordsmaster Young's son. This one's not bad. It could go to bottom of B tier. Absolute Sword Sense, amazing, amazing story. I read it weekly. I highly recommend it. It's definitely better than. I would definitely put it like right there. That's where this is the order of I would probably read them, sort of maybe. Well, I mean, some of these are ongoing, so it's kind of hard to say. The player hides his, okay. The Extra Academy Survival Guide. This one's not bad. I'll put it at the top of C. It's fun, but it kind of meanders for a while. The Hero Returns, bottom of C. The Sovereign something God, I don't remember. I read this one. I've read this one. I think it's ongoing. Honestly, it bounces in quality from like S tier, A tier, B tier, but I'm gonna put it in B tier, towards the top of B tier because it's definitely solid. It's really good. It's very popular. I really like the story, but it just bounces like the Night King, who returned with a god or something like that. It's really good. I highly recommend it. It's ongoing, but like a lot of the arcs are like the meander and just do nothing. Let's do some of these easier ones here. Tales of the Demonic, of Tales of Demons and Gods. I read this one a long time ago. I think it's still ongoing. I've dropped it. I have no idea what this one is. Is this that chicken one? I don't know. Volcanic Age was really good. I remember reading this one forever ago. I'll put this one towards the top of B tier here because I think it's like over. Um, the player hides his past. This one is actually really good as well. I'm gonna put this one towards the top of A tier. I think it's close to being an S tier as well. So we'll see. Man, these three were going on for the same time for a while, and they are absolutely amazing. It's hard to pick one or the other out of all of these. And also, I want to rearrange this up here, so I'll definitely think that one's best. I like this one a lot. Solo leveling can go up a little bit. This one was really good. This one's not that good. This one can go up. This one can go over here. Um, yeah, I can go like that. Notice how I'm like putting all the actiony ones up here. Like, look at they all kind of like they're all period pieces almost. Really, that's interesting. Except for this one and solo leveling, huh? Yeah, they're all period pieces except for this one and this one. Uh, Interesting. I don't think that'll last much longer though. I think we'll get some new ones up there eventually. The reincarnated assassin. This one I hated. I dropped it. Trash of Count's family. This one's not bad. I'd put this one in B tier. Wu Dang Wandering Warrior, Wandering Warrior Wu Dang, or whatever it's called. This one's pretty good. This one's a B tier. We'll reorganize that in a little bit. Return of the Frozen Player. This one's actually B tier as well. It's really good. Uh, Everyone who else was returned, that's whatever. Magic Academy's Genius Blinker. I really like this one for a long time. I'm gonna say it's a good B tier, because the current arc is kind of lame. Not gonna lie. I don't know what this one is. This is like the bastard teacher, failing academy or something like that. I've been reading it. It's pretty good. I'll put it in B tier. It's not bad. B tier might be a little bit generous. It's funny sometimes, and art's okay. I killed an academy player. Definitely B tier. Uh, okay, now we're getting to some good ones down here. Um, the Dragon Slayer Academy L shots. I don't know. Hot shots. I have no idea. I think I've read this one. I'm gonna save C tier. I feel like I've read this one too. I don't remember it though, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. I feel like this one was better though. I don't remember. I remember seeing the art and I don't remember. The Last Adventurer. This one's actually pretty good. I'm gonna say this one is up here. I'd say I'd probably read it over Superhuman Battlefield. This one's actually really good. In fact, I could move it up to. I'll move it up to A. In fact, I'll move Superhuman up to A as well because that one was actually pretty good. The reason I'm saying this one is it's like a typical like time rewind, but like it's kind of fun. Sometimes the story's a little bit eh. Reborn of the Enemy Prince. This one is whatever. I mean, it's like a high C. Probably not better than that one though. Absolute Regression. This one is phenomenal. I've been enjoying this one a lot. This one I'm gonna say. Oh man. I'm gonna say it's an S tier. It's still very early on, but I'm calling it now. I think it's gonna be staying in S tier. It's really good. Iron Blood, what Bad Born Blood. I think that's what that's called. Okay, let's move this one up. This one's actually pretty good. I'm gonna say it's a high A. I say it's right there. I haven't read the last few chapters. Eternally Regressing Night. I love this one. This one's really fun. I love the gimmick with the time travel with this one. Definitely love it. Definitely the peak of what I'm currently reading. Definitely S tier. I like how they do the story. The characters are interesting. All the side characters are interesting too, so it's not like bad in that sense as well. Um, Genius Martial Arts Trainer. This one's not bad. I say it's a low A. It's a low A. Uh, yeah. And then Absolute Dominion. I didn't hate this one, but I don't like to keep up with it, so I'm gonna say it's like a high B. And then I feel like I read this one and I dropped it, and oh man, this one looks familiar. What is this one? This one is oh man, I feel like I've read this one. I've recognized the character. I don't remember the story. What do I do in that sense? I'll put it at here because I know I've read it, but I don't remember the story. But yeah, these are some good lists here. There's some more on here that like I think could absolutely go here. Uh, you know, it's hard to find ones that have like the actual like latest stuff. So like Might, Mist, and Mayhem's pretty recent. Eternally Regressing Night's pretty recent. But like this, an Absolute Sword Sense, the player hides its pet, like a Star Embracing Swordsman. These are still pretty early on, but there's still some ones on here that are not here that I think could be on this list as well. Let me keep going. Um, let's look at Has this one got some good stuff? There's nothing on this one. Okay. What about this list? Is there some here that we didn't talk about? There are some other ones here, but like Helmet, I think. I don't remember how you say that. The Transcendent Academy. Get this ad out of my face. Oh my god. Yeah, there's more here as well that I just don't feel like doing another one. But this one's probably like an A tier, and this one's probably like an A tier as well. These aren't bad. But I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys thought of this list. You know, do you guys read a bunch of manhwa? If not, let me know. I kind of am doing this like spur of the moment. You know, people keep telling me that I should do more manhwa content because it's super popular, and I read a lot of manhwa. I also read a lot of manga. Maybe I'll do a manga ranking video next. But yeah, let me know what ranks on your list, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. Be sure to like and subscribe, and catch you guys in the next one. Bye.